We're going to NC State right now to take a ruminant class.
It's freaking early, guys.
Discharge that can come out.
This is my kind of school. It's like Bueller.
Do I look like a scientist?
Juice examination. Their urethra.
I learned. I went to school.
From Hollywood to the Homestead.
We go to school! We're going to NC State right now to take a ruminant class. We're going to be learning about everything there is to know about goats.
That's right, and it's at the NC State Veterinary Clinic, which is a wonderful veterinary school. In fact, one of my dogs in the past was a patient there for heart disease, and they did a wonderful, wonderful job prolonging his life and taking care of him. But we saw that they are offering this ruminant workshop, and that's word of the day. If you don't know what ruminant means, it means goats and sheep and
Any animal of the hooven
small
kind.
Small hooven.
Small hooven.
Because I don't believe a cow or a horse is a ruminant. Because cows are bovine and horses are equine. And goats are ruminants.
Is that because they like rummage? Is that where that comes from? Just now thinking that. I guess that makes sense.
Maybe we'll learn it today from one of the professors. We are going to be in sort of lectures and workshops all day. This is a course that is designed specifically for goat owners. So we're going to meet other farmers as well, which I'm excited about. It's freaking early, guys.
We got up at 5 a.m. for this, but we're
4 a.m. couldn't sleep.
4 a.m. No.
Drove in the
but
dark.
we are very dark and the rain.
Yeah.
We're risking it all to learn about our babies and give them a better life since we love them so much.
Just starting to become daylight here. It's about 7:15. Registration when we get there. Some kind of coffee and maybe light breakfast or something.
There's many different little workshops throughout the day and different lectures. The first thing up actually is what I'm most excited for is the birthing process. We got Poppy literally halfway through baking those babies in her tummy there, and
I think it's like a bun in the oven, but you can bake babies in a tummy.
You know what I'm saying. We definitely have a lot to learn about goats, and the whole day is going to be full of information I'm sure that we have never heard of and will be good to know. But the most prevalent and most timely one to learn about is how to deal with the birthing situation and what we need to do to make that successful.
Right. Very much looking forward to that. There's also a portion of the workshop toward the later part of the day. It's considered a wet lab where we will see some live goats, and they will also be teaching us how to vaccinate and do fecal tests. Hopefully by the end of today we will have a much better education on goats and be able to share that information on our show and put that education to practice on our farm and give our goats the best chance at successful, happy lives.
It's going to be great. Come along with us.
We're pulling up to NC State.
Also, we failed to mention our dope-ass goat merch. It's on liveatthegoatfarm.com. Check it out.
Goat merch.
Dope-ass. Look at you. So legit.
Too legit to quit.
This is my kind of school. Hey, are you Alana and Brian from Hollywood to the Homestead? Oh, well, yes, we are.
What question did you ask?
A good one.
So, when we talk about labor, there are really 3 stages that we talk about. Mucus, discharge that can come out, that's called the mucus plug.
What did we learn?
What didn't we learn?
Oh my God.
We learned everything we need to know. I mean, she covered every possible thing, all the things that can go wrong, all the things that can go right. I always imagined if we have to assist in the birthing process, we just pull the legs. It seems that you have to kind of dive in and rearrange the goat.
If they're not the right way.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. If they don't Superman into the world,
Right.
you have to dive in.
Oh man.
Both arms.
And imagine doing that to Poppy.
there.
Imagine Poppy being patient enough for us to do that.
Yeah, and that's a critical, stressful thing that could happen. So it's good to know also that, if they don't start to come out front legs first, if they start coming out butt first, which is called a breech birth, you kind of have to be patient, and it seems counterintuitive, but you may have to push the baby back in order to rearrange it and have more room to work with. I definitely wouldn't have thought that. I would have been like pulling really.
You need a jug of lube for
You
this
need a
job.
jug of lube. Don't forget your lube.
And gloves.
And gloves. Yeah. You're gonna want gloves.
I'm a lot more scared now with this knowledge.
Yeah.
All right, next up,
Yep.
Mythbusters. What works and what doesn't?
For this, it can help prevent GI upset. I'll be quite frank, I looked at a lot, used carefully, but it's another type of.
Hey, what are we selling, baby? We selling pumpkins? Wow. Oh, we're about to get some crazy business.
I went to school.
You went to school. I love you. Oh no.
Damages the parasites and is.
All right.
Have the myths been busted?
I don't know. Have they? So we're on our first break in between talks. We just got out of the Mythbusters. And how did you feel about it?
Kind of seemed like the answer to any medical problem with your goat is probably just call the vet.
Yeah, it's probably wise. It was an hour talk about, all the different ways that you can take care of certain things like bloat and, any kind of respiratory illness or anything.
Right.
But it wasn't entirely beneficial because everything that he brought up had a disclaimer at the end. It's like, maybe it's effective, but probably not going to do much.
Not.
So we're just like, I'm taking very detailed notes. And at a certain point, not long in, I was like, okay, it seems like none of this is actually anything we need to be worrying about right now. And then at the very end, it was just a series of slideshows of each individual thing that could possibly be wrong with the goat, with what to give them, what not to give them, and what maybe works, which kind of seems like that would have just saved us an hour of talk and was kind of redundant. And it was all kind of compounded by the fact that he was so monotone and talks like this, like Bueller.
Brian didn't like that one.
I wasn't as into it. It wasn't great going into that from a very interesting, very beneficial talk. And the speaker who spoke about the birthing process and all that was very informative and very interested in her job, it seemed. So I'm not as gung-ho about that one, but hopefully it gets better.
I think what was beneficial about, I just had to grab my sweater because it's chilly in that classroom, but a lot of times when people are troubleshooting something going on with their animal, first thing they do is go to the internet. And I think what this teacher was trying to express was there are a lot of common solutions that you can find online, but they may not be safe or effective. I think the main takeaway is don't believe everything you read or hear from somebody who's tried, laundry detergent to their goats for a stomach problem.
What? Beer? Who's giving their goats beer?
Don't
Except
do
for
that.
awesome people. But at the same time, that sounds like a terrible idea.
Right. I know I personally would never give my goats something as a treatment for an ailment without first talking to a vet.
Right.
But there may be folks who don't think about doing that or who don't know that. So that was the importance of the lecture.
Yeah.
The more you
Cool.
know. Ooh-doo-doo-doo-doo. Ooh-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Because knowledge is power.
It's great to learn, because knowledge is power.
Let's go knowledge some more.
I learned how to spell pumpkin.
We did. That was perhaps the most beneficial part of the day.
Pumpkin.
Yeah.
Pumpkin.
You did it. You did it, man.
I went to school.
Pumpy.
I love the big rumen. There's a 4-chambered stomach, right? So it goes from rumen to the reticulum, and then the omasum, and then the abomasum.
Their urethra is not only very narrow, which make them excellent spots for stones to get lodged. So animals that are castrated really young essentially will just have a very narrow urethra, which obviously makes it more prone to an obstruction.
Oh, well, hello, you.
Do I look like a scientist?
Goddamn right. Is this thing on?
I am Dr. Danielle Mizik. I'm actually a field service veterinarian here at NC State.
Pretty good, though. Looks like you've done it before. Oh, no. Pretty good, though. Looks like you've done it before. Oh, no. Pretty good, though. Looks like you've done it before. Oh, no. Pretty good, though. Looks like you've done it before. Oh, no. Oh, I jinxed you. This is very important work here.
Weird science.
Let's get sifting. Oh, don't go too fast now.
Are you going to post this on social media? Is it on Instagram or where?
We have a YouTube too much. You so welcome all the way to the homestead.
Nice. What's the name of your farm?
Lavender Goat Farm.
I'll look it up.
Yeah.
How wonderful.
This is
Are they about 200 pounds? What am I doing wrong?
Some steady now.
He made times about the
Meal?
Good thing that it doesn't really smell. I mean, honestly, like goat turd is like one of the least offensive. We have chickens too, and oh boy,
Liquidified.
they're the stinkiest. Brian, what is this?
Well, we are doing a bit of a poop juice examination.
So that's poop juice?
That's poop juice, in case you couldn't tell by the poop juice color. We're going to be looking under these microscopes here, and we're looking specifically for strongyle eggs.
And strong gile is a parasite.
It is.
Yeah.
And this is all just things that we're going to be able to do at home. We can get tests and everything to do it with our goats and their own pellets.
Yeah.
Some people were prepared and brought their own goats pellets. We wanted to, but we kind of forgot. Luckily, they have plenty of poop on hand for us to use, so this is nice practice.
Yeah, we're gonna be
So
looking
we
for
filled
the
up. So we filled up these slides, and we're going to be counting the number of strongyle eggs that we see, and then apparently we multiply that by 50, and that's the number that you get.
So up there on the screen, that circular object.
That's what we're looking for.
My finger right there is the strong gile.
I'm a strongyle.
Yeah, you are. Okay, so we have up and down movements like this.
Uh-huh.
See, going up and down,
So, you know, I
All
can't
around.
left and right.
Well, after much fecal examination, I need glasses now.
So to do that, I'll palpate that muscle pillow, and then I'm gonna take my medication, so it's already preloaded in this syringe. So I think, just like last time, if you can kind of have a natural division here, maybe you two will start, or is it our three of you together? Come over here, and then I think we'll have that. This is sweet.
They're good girls. They're the best. We're gonna sweep around this. We can open the door as much as they can as easy as possible.
Good.
That's not good. And then after we get these goes out. There we go.
I used to navigate corn. Sorry.
They do make good handles, I will say, for lab today.
You gotta get your ears under it.
Whoa, wait, it's upside down.
Upside down, I know.
Oh, you're all right. Yeah, it'll be okay. Okay, we can come on out. All right, we'll just lead them out to the little parking area, the little loading dock.
Oh no.
On the asphalt.
Oh no.
Oh no! Let me hold it real quick, and then that'll make it a little easy. Hey, there you go.
Ours are much smaller than this.
What do you guys have?
We have Nigerian dwarves and Nigoras.
Okay. Yeah, these girls are small. That out, and then we can cinch that up a little bit, and move her ear out real quick, and I think we're good.
Yeah.
All right. He's ready to go outside. All right.
Come on, baby. Come on. Let's go. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. She's a big girl.
You are perfect sized. Alright.
I'm gonna go over some of the more vital parts of a physical exam. The mandible, the corner of the mandible on their jaw, right about here. And then you sort of make an imaginary line down the side of their neck, down to their chest, and you're gonna feel what's called their manubrium, which is the sort of the frontmost part of their sternum. I like to take my thumb and I'm gonna dig it in there because I wanna occlude that vessel. I wanna hold it off. And then as I do that, right in this area right here, you're gonna appreciate that you can feel like a tube right under the skin. And if you'll watch for just a second, I'm gonna let go and you're gonna see the vessel drop in that area. Right there, that's your vessel. So I hold off for a little bit, take my needle, I'm gonna go in at about a 45-degree angle. All right.
I got it.
Holy. I think it's hard, it can be more challenging, but I think camelids have a nice
I hate it.
So cute.